Masters of the Universe. Now, I had never seen anything He-Man or Masters of the Universe. I was familiar, of course. I know who He-Man is. I know who Skeletor is. But other than that, I didn't know anything about this. I mean, I'd heard of things like Castle Grayskull, but I had no reference for the 80s He-Man cartoon. I never watched it and didn't grow up watching it. And then to a certain point when I got older, it was like, well, that's 80s cheese. I'm not interested in watching something like that. Now, there are times when I'm in the mood for that, but those times come very rare. I'm usually not in the mood for 80s cheese. So when it comes to stuff like He-Man, it's not something I would have gone and sought out. I also never saw the Dolph Lundgren live-action adaptation that they did the first time they tried to make this movie, and I've heard that that movie's pretty abysmal. I still haven't seen it. But this movie, I did go see. My wife was actually really interested in going to see this, which surprised me. I didn't think this was something that she wanted to check out, but she did. And so we made a date of it. We decided, we went out, we ate, and we went and saw this movie. We had fun. Overall, I think this was a pretty fun experience. Now, it did get to a point, there's some parts in the movie where I found it to be a little repetitive of some stuff I had seen before, a little derivative of stuff like Thor Ragnarok. It kind of started leaning towards Thor Love and Thunder at points, which, you know, I have a lot of things to say about that movie. It didn't get so ridiculous like Love and Thunder, but it wasn't as clever or as intelligent or as smart as Thor Ragnarok. So it's kind of there in between of, it does have some fun moments. I can clearly see from what I know about the He-Man universe, this is made by director Travis Knight, who, you know, from the Laika Studios, he also directed movies like Bumblebee. He's a fan of this stuff. You can tell that. So from what I've seen, this is somebody who was a fan of this universe, had a chance to make a movie based on these characters, and from all accounts was pretty faithful to the source material. So he had a lot of fun with this. There's actors like Jared Leto, who just disappears into the role of Skeletor. Skeletor was the absolute best part of this movie. Very fun, mustache twirling villain, but they fully understand that that's what this character is supposed to be. So they're not trying to hide that or apologize for that. They're just going all in with this concept. And overall, I think this movie, it was fun. It was entertaining. It did do the funny thing of teasing Skeletor's return. And unfortunately, this movie really, it seems like it's going to be losing money at the box office. Still think it's going to be making its money back. So don't expect a sequel to this movie, maybe ever. So it might have the same problem that the first movie had of teasing Skeletor, teasing a movie that's never going to come. I hope that's not the case, because I did enjoy this movie. It does have some issues. I think it does drag, it has pacing issues. There are times when it does get a little CG heavy overall. The comedy doesn't always land. It's a little cringy at times. Sometimes it is really funny, but sometimes they're going for a joke that just, it's not working. But overall, I thought the characters were pretty endearing. I enjoyed the character of He-Man. I enjoyed Skeletor. It was so fun. And so for Masters of the Universe, if I was going to rank this, I give it a 3.5 out of 5 or a B- on the letter scale. While not the best movie I'm going to see this year, it definitely wasn't the worst, and it did make me smile. I was at least engaged with the story for the most part. Hey everyone, thanks so much for checking out that clip from my new podcast, Talking Movies and More. It will be intercut with the podcast we're doing called The Assembly Cut I'm doing with Hayden Smalley, and I hope you stick around and check out that podcast as well. Be sure to check it out here on YouTube or your favorite podcasting platform, either Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Go down in the comment section, let me know what you thought of the topic we discussed here today. Thank you so much for checking this video out. Remember to hit that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to get notified when new videos go live to this channel. When you do that, it always helps me out, and I greatly appreciate it. Hope you all have an awesome and a fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next video.